speaking of a team that did make the playoffs last year and quite a good, impressive run, we've talked about it a couple times kind of indirectly, but the Moose Jaw Miller Express, coached by Eric Marriott, obviously a very fun run last year. But as Eric mentioned in his coach's interview, maybe just a little inconsistencies throughout the year, but he thought they were one of the better teams in the East overall. Joe, do you think that this could be a year where maybe they find some consistency with that roster?
That's a great question. And one of the bigger question marks that kind of lingers over the Okotoks Dogs too is what is the impact going to be of one of their big departures? And Nate Mensick, that two-headed monster of Nate Mensick and Austin Gurney, with no Nate Mensick as he's graduated and gone pro. Can Austin Gurney carry the load, and who's going to do it with him? They've certainly done a great job recruiting. Looking at some of the numbers from some of the fresh faces, again, you don't know who's going to be penciled into what positions, or who's on innings counts, or who's on at-bat counts, or that kind of thing. So it's always hard to imagine at this point. But there's some really intriguing bats in that lineup that I sit there and go, maybe they've got a shot at it. They do lose Nathan Houston. We'll get to Saskatoon in a bit as well. He was a plus 300 hitter. So, I mean, you do need to fill some gaps there. But I think Eric Marriott and company have done a great job of bringing a culture forward and an expectation of here's how we're going to play the game. And Eric's been there. He was a player with the team, so he knows what the community expects. That place was absolutely electric for game 2. Felt like the place was going to cave in. It was so crazy and loud. And when they did come through and win that ball game, and I can't imagine what that community is going to be like if they do win a championship. But you get the sense that Eric Marriott's going all in this year, knowing that they came so close last year. There we go.
Yeah, Roswell's growing up in this area, one of my favorite ballparks to play in, to be in, to watch baseball in. It's such a fun, the sound of the bat, because it's all made out of cement, it just echoes, it reverberates perfectly. It sounds great. But Ian, I guess, what are your thoughts on some of the roster departures? Because I know there's some big ones like Joe mentioned, but maybe who might be the ones to fill those holes?
Yeah, first of all, I agree with you on the ballpark. I got a chance to visit. We did a family trip out to Saskatchewan last year, and I really loved Roswell's Park. It just had that old time, old school. You felt like you were in middle America coming to the Diamond. They got the murals outside. So shout out to the Diamond. And I got to give them some love, because I'm probably going to take some heat here, but I think they're going to take a step back this season. I think some of those departures are really going to hurt. And, you mentioned Nathan Houston. Not only is he leaving and not going to be with the Millers, he's going to be with Saskatoon. So that's a big blow right there. Nate Mensick, man, what a gamer. Like, that guy was so awesome for them and such a clutch hitter. His batting average wasn't always high, but he just came up big in these moments over the last few years. And he was such a good player. I think on the mound is really where they're going to miss some key guys. Matt Vasquez and Ethan Merck was the league leader in wins a couple of years ago, and those guys ate up a lot of innings. So I just Takeo Cookson, I don't think is back, is my understanding either. I think their pitching is going to be a little bit worse. I'm not saying they won't necessarily make playoffs. I don't know if they can go on a big run like they did this year. And no disrespect to Eric Marriott or Mike Gonzalez, the coaching staff there. I think they will do everything they can to get to the playoffs and go on a bit of a run. But I just think some of those players, I don't know if Austin Gurney, he's great, but I don't know if he can carry the load. Him and Thomas Soto are some of the guys coming back. I don't know if it's going to be quite enough to get them where they want to go.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of holes. But one thing about a league like this one that does have quite a bit of turnover, just because of, there is an age restriction. You can only be here so long. It breeds opportunity. So Moose Jaw maybe is a team that we might see some new opportunities open up for some players. And we'll be talking about them in the season preview next year in terms of guys who are impact players. We'll see.